And all is well. Monday morning, fresh, those hairs trimmed, shaved. This is the most important thing of all my symbolic. See, nobody would understand that. I decided to put the cover back on. What do I mean by that? Why is that symbolic in a Homeric way? Odysseus, that's my version of Odysseus, is building a bed. There's one interesting thing that I've seen on a Facebook like biggest waste of time ever. Somebody put something up about how to live a healthy life, a happy life, a content, but they missed three things. Anyway, yes, sleep, outdoors, and there's something so interesting about being outdoors because I get the UV, even here, you get the natural UV. I get the natural UV from dawn. I lived in 3 houses in the last, 5 houses in the last 28 years, but one for 8 years in a most fantastic, glorious, perfect setting. But it was a very old house with narrow windows, and you didn't get the light if you had to stay in the morning. But you see, the sun's coming out here. Makes such a difference to you. But, yes, but there's also purpose. These Facebook meme things, purpose, touch, and anyway, I've turned this on only to say I had something to say. Yeah, I've got to stop. Yeah, I got to stop filling my hard drives up with irrelevant bits of film, but they're completely relevant. Completely relevant in, quite simply, no one's to blame. That sounds pious and pretentious. There's always a silver lining. Half an hour ago, well, 10 minutes ago, I should say, just as I'm finishing my ablutions, number one sexy comes along with her great big Rottweiler, which I gave her a great big kiss to 2 weeks ago, with a lovely 8-year-old daughter, who I've been trying to encourage to get some ferrets. But number one sexy is from Dudley. At the end of the day, I mean, she's alright actually, but still, she can't take the line, because everybody assumes it's personal to them. She can't take the line that due to even wealthy people from Dudley moving in, she spends a lot of time at the gym, clearly. Yeah, even wealthy people from Dudley moving in, it's thrown the balance of the rural economy. With only very expensive vehicles coming in, you don't have anybody who's will look after ordinary, straightforward vehicles. That's reality. That doesn't sound very intelligent, but there are many such intelligent realities. Yes, this. Oh yeah, there's something else that doesn't appear on her 5 ways to have a healthy life. In the winter, well, I didn't manage it last winter, bizarrely, even though I was living in my van. Yeah, 2 days I get my tooth back. In the winter, sleep a lot more. That's what our natural 400,000-year-old required rhythms are. Anyway, 5 years ago, somebody noticed that I dropped the plastic of that. Noticing is... Actually, it's another thing that should go on the list. Notice things. Yeah. At that point, that moment, I knew I'd made the right decision. There's the right woman for me. Not to be, but symbolically, it's not symbolically, I've left the plastic cover off this for years. because it saves the time wasted by, at the end of the day, you need backup. You got animals, you got to have backup in the rural areas. No, not anymore. The amount of time I've spent trying to get backup, plus you need women equally involved in rural initiatives. They're just taken over by fake men, and they're all fake men. They're like these toothless men who, like, probably most of them are ex-addicts. They end up round here, and then they get, how am I going to make friends? Starting up some rural initiative, but they're not. They're all, most of them are just really tragic husks of people. They know nothing about rural life, and the energy ends up bad. So if we discovered this 45 years ago when I was like little baby, going to little communal things about society and rural. Was it 45 years ago? No, 40 years ago. Anyway, yeah, you've got to have a balance of women and men involved in your little semi-formal initiatives to improve society. Otherwise, it just turns up terrible, lost man energy. No, forget it. Anyway, as I said, the plastic cap is staying on that now for good. Symbolic of don't waste one more second thinking anybody can be other than. Well, I wandered around 20 years ago saying, it's becoming very decadent. No, 23 years ago. Things are getting very decadent even around here. Decadent dilettante. No, nobody can follow anything through ever. And I spent 5 weeks here liaising with people around incredibly successfully about a terribly intelligent way to improve water quality permanently. But now nobody will take it forward. Chatty, 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 smiley, smiley, smiley. Next time you see them, they don't even remember the conversation. They're all butterflies who are simply going to be food for the Lord of the Flies. I remembered it. There we go. End.